this is Gloria Coppola from Massage Pro CE, and we're live at the American Massage Conference. Today I have Angie Dubis with me to talk about her online trainings for you out there that are looking for classes. Welcome, Angie.
Thank you so much.
So what would you like to tell us about the classes that you're offering for massage therapists?
Well, Massage Educator is designed, it's new, so we're just starting. There's a lot of work left to be done, but the idea is to create a place where therapists can come and teach, learn, and share their knowledge. I really want it to be a place where people can exchange information freely. It's an interesting world. We go and we learn something and we take parts of it and integrate it into ourselves, and it sort of becomes part of us. And so in our industry that's so broad and that has so many, so much variety to it, each therapist really has an education that is unique only to them. And I think that there's a lot of knowledge out there to be shared, but sometimes the process of sharing it can be very difficult, it can be expensive, it can be daunting and overwhelming. So I wanted to create something that made it easy for people to give away knowledge if they wanted to give it away, or to share it and give CE hours and make a little money too. So right now we're really in the first phase of development. Our website is done at massageeducator.com, and there's a handful of classes up. One starts June 15th. It's a 2-hour intro to mind-body education. So it's a lot about what happens in your body, what types of substances do your connective tissue cells secrete, what makes fascia, and what how your body is really made up of water, and water's hydrogen bonds are what keep you together, and how energy and information gets passed through that network, through your fascial network, through your physical water cell. And it's more science. It's not so esoteric. I think one of the things that happens in our industry is, you say energy and you're talking to a scientist, he's thinking E equals MC squared. We have no problem. We can talk about that all day. Yeah. But I say energy as a body worker, and people, all of a sudden it becomes real mysterious and esoteric. But really, we're made up of molecules and particles, and we are physics as well. And so trying to bring that science as well as the intuition and the energy part together into one. So there's that class, which is a 2-hour intro CE class, and then there's a continuing class at 6 hours long that goes a little more in depth into using that, bringing consciousness into work, and doing visualizations with your clients, showing your clients pictures of their bodies, so they understand what their cells look like, so that when you say, I want you to breathe here and release that, they can visualize where there is and what that looks like. And I think that it's incredibly powerful when you as a therapist have an intention, and your intention is in line with your client's intention, and your client is visualizing what they want to happen, and you are visualizing that with them, and then you're using the proper tools and techniques to physically manipulate the tissue. And you put all of those things together, and the level of work that can be accomplished in a short amount of time is just phenomenal. And so with Massage Educator, what I've tried to do with my personal classes is take those really complex cognitive knowledge components out of the classroom. I found that when people came into my classes, they were really jazzed about the information, but it was so much. Yeah. And so trying to get your mind around the science of it, and at the same time learn these hands-on techniques. Oftentimes in these types of classes, people are having emotional release during demo and things like that. So it's not, it's streamlined. You're not just showing them how to work the arm. You start here, you end there, your 20 minutes is up, and now you move on. Sometimes, you get to the first technique and you get sucked into that because all these things start happening, and you can't ethically just cut that off because it's time to demo the next technique. So I thought, if I can take the cognitive knowledge components of this stuff and I can put it online so that my students can take it and then come into my classroom and learn the hands-on portion, I don't have to feed them as much science, their eyes don't roll back in their heads, they come in prepared. And what I found is that the questions are more dynamic, the interaction between the classmates is more dynamic, the bond the classmates make to each other is more dynamic because they come in on more of an even ground.
So then you have online and live trainings?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. But with Massage Educator, that's all online delivery. but it obviously links you to any hands-on stuff that comes through. And other educators who I'm talking to about putting this stuff on the site as well, working much the same way. That sort of blended learning format, except for you're doing the cognitive knowledge first, and you're doing the hands-on second. So it's great. Hopefully it's the best of both worlds.
That's a great concept.
Yeah, that's the hope. And then we linked it with the wiki, and then we're building tools to teach people how to use the wiki. So how to edit wiki, how to build
tell people what wiki is?
So wiki, like MediaWiki, it's a software, and it's very easy. It's almost the same as going in and creating something in Word. You just have a few little difference in the formatting. But the beauty of it is that you can go on, you can create your own content, you can edit your own content, you can share your content.
What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. Yeah. It's wonderful. And I think that, again, with such diversity in our industry, and to gain knowledge, it becomes part of you, but you don't own it. Mm-hmm. And so finding that blend between making a living, which we all have to do, and sharing what you've learned, because it's something that can benefit the world. So it's one of those things where to keep it just to yourself and only sell it to the people who can afford it leaves this whole population of people out. Yeah. And I think that us as educators, and I think that's part of what American Massage Conference is about this one concept about creating something of a legacy within our industry that helps change the world for the better. And it's so needed. And I think that knowledge and education is one way to do it. So I hope to be a part of it.
Sounds like you already are. So what other kind of classes do you foresee happening with your company?
Right now we're planning posture and pain class, medical insurance billing, the Mind Body series, Shiatsu series for history and theory, and immune disorders.
Great. So you want to tell the audience again how they get in touch with the website?
So it's massageeducator.com, and I'm Angie, A-N-G-I-E, at massageeducator.com.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we sign off for today?
I think it's just wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for being here at the American Massage Conference and sharing all your knowledge about the classes.
Thanks
and I think
having me.
Great idea. You're onto something.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.